Welcome to the Energy for Life podcast, helping busy women reclaim their energy, innate power, and self-worth. Here is your host, Corona Brady.
Welcome back. Welcome to episode 27 of the Energy for Life podcast show. I want to share something crucial with you today, and it might just give you a little clue of why you're feeling so stuck and why it feels like you take one step forward and maybe 2 or 3 steps back. Now, this goes for any area of your life, by the way. I want you to really get this today, as it could save you years and years of pain. There's basically 3 stages or 3 levels of mastery, and this applies for anything in your life you're wanting to gain mastery on, by the way. The first level or stage of mastery is knowing, so it's knowledge. So this is where you're consuming information, lots of it. Might be via blogs, articles, audiobooks, webinars, etc. It's where you have a mental understanding of something. It's where you know something on an intellectual level. But sadly, this is often where I see so many women stopping, and I see so many women getting so stuck here. So as a result, they never really feel like they're really moving forward in their life. There's often a lack of consistency here as well. So don't get me wrong, knowledge is a great thing, but it's pointless if you're not taking action on it. This is where you know on some level what you need to be doing, but for whatever reason, you're just not doing it. But you see, this level of mastery, the mastery level 1 of knowledge, of knowing, it's only the foundation of mastery. And it's not enough to just know something. You then have to add emotion, feeling to it. It's actually from this point that you need to move to the next stage and level 2. Just even reflect for a moment of all the times, right, where you might have watched a free webinar or you might have listened to a podcast episode. And you're thinking to yourself, I've heard this before, I totally get this. I'm going to go now and implement this in my life. You then set out on your own to act on those tips or insights. But reality kicks in, doesn't it? And it's not as easy as you once thought, doing this now on your own. Because it takes doing something. You have to do it over and over again. Repetition. That's what moves you from this first stage of mastery knowledge to action. If you talk to any successful person in the world, whether that's an entrepreneur or an athlete, they will tell you the same thing, that it took repetition, because we know that repetition is the mother of all skill. So the second stage of mastery is emotional. This is where you actually start to link costs and consequences with the action. So instead of just knowing something, you now start acting on it. You now become the doer. This is where you start adding emotions like pain or pleasure to the repetition, so the action then becomes more automatic and stronger. If you don't associate enough pain to your current problem, then what happens is you'll kind of feel like you're a hamster on a wheel. You're spinning round and round, just repeating the same stuff over and over again. This keeps you stuck, and it keeps you stuck, most importantly, from that third and last stage of mastery, which is physical. You see, when you have enough emotion, pain and pleasure in your body linked to what you're learning, you're actually going to start taking action. You're going to start using it. So it's the third level that we actually want to be at, which is physical mastery. This is where you do something and you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's where you do something with so much repetition, so much emotion, that it's now in your body and you don't have to think about it. It's become automatic. because it's with enough repetition and enough emotion that we actually reach this third stage, physical mastery. It's where it's now in your body. It feels like it's embodied and you could nearly do it with your eyes closed. So I encourage you to really check in today. Where are you feeling stuck right now in your life? What part of your life feels like this hamster wheel? Honestly check in. What stage of mastery do you feel like you're at? I also want to mention here, this is why having a guide, a mentor, a coach can be invaluable. They will hold you accountable, and that there is priceless when you're wanting to make any great change in your life. Any great mentor or teacher will never tell you what to do. They'll help you find the answers from within. If you'd like my support, please head to coronabrady.com/apply and book in for a complimentary chat. And let's see if we're a good fit. Thank you for listening today, and I hope that this was invaluable.